What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Summer Career Mode. This is episode number 32, and we start today's episode off with a draw for the Europa League quarter-final after dismantling Ajax in the last 16, and Crystal Palace have got... Oh man. It doesn't get any easier, does it? Inter Milan, the Serie A champions, with the first leg at the San Siro. And why are Bournemouth still playing a goalkeeper at right back? Oh my god. First game of today's episode of Cherries on the back of our win against Ajax. A nice little streak in the Premier League for Crystal Palace. Good little unbeaten segment. Now we've got Scott Parker's side and the problems continue. 22 minutes into the game, Mark Travers loses possession and Munoz makes an incredible save. What a save by Munoz to keep it at 0-0. And an outfield player in goal might pay off for Bournemouth. But 33 minutes in, after Mark Travers gets sent running, Brian Mbuemo sent forward and smacks it in, and it's 1-0. I just kept on exploiting Travers at right back, because why wouldn't I? He's a goalkeeper playing right back. Why wouldn't I? Cut the ball inside. There's Mbuemo's 5th of the season. 33 minutes in. Took a while to get the breakthrough, but once we did, that was it. That's all we really needed, to be honest. Yeah, 1-0 up against Bournemouth here, and I just knew. Keep on attacking, keep on getting shots on goal. I know Munoz saved one earlier. It was a brilliant save as well, to be fair, but I knew not before long we'd go 2 goals up, and we should have done right before the break. Wilfried Zaha hitting the woodwork. So at half time, I was sitting there thinking, can't believe we're only leading by 1, man. Seriously, Munoz is in goal. Mark Travers is at right back. How am I not leading by 2 or 3? Well, second half begins. I knew we'd get a second goal if I got another shot on target. Wilfried Zaha running through 1-on-1, and this time we do hit the back of the net, and that would do it as well. Made a great save in the first half, but Scott Parker has not learned his lesson. The fact that Bournemouth have actually got double-digit points this season is... I'm just going to be honest, it's quite impressive. It's actually really, really impressive that they've got over 10 points this season. They're still bottom of the table. They're still probably going to go down. But the fact they're playing a goalkeeper at right back all season long and a defender in goal, in the first fixture against them it was Zamora, the left back in goal, and Etienne Green was at right back. So they've persisted with this philosophy of defender in goal, goalkeeper at right back. The fact they've actually got a few points on the board is actually really, really impressive. But against us, well, I'm not going to show any mercy yet. Won the game by 3-0. And you would have seen for the third goal as well, just exploiting Mark Travers at right back there. And yeah, Max Aarons makes it 3. So comprehensive victory, thoroughly deserved in a way. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't score more goals, really. But even so, 3-0 the final score. And as I said, obviously last week I did my, talk about FIFA 23 career mode features, and I talked about how I was a little disappointed. There's very little to get excited about. As I mentioned before, I don't mind if the next FIFA, there's not really anything too exciting. Just please fix these bugs, EA. I mean, come on. Like, seriously, it's not just me it happens to. I see it happen to you guys as well. It's really frustrating. Bournemouth with 16 points on the board, though. Give them credit. Like, they're probably going down, don't get me wrong, but give them credit, man. I don't know how they pulled that off with a goalkeeper at right back and a full back in goal for the most part. Anyway, our fixtures for April, and here we come. Massive games in the Premier League, starting with this one. Wolves right now. Us and Wolves have been the informed teams this year, going for a top 4 place. And we faced them here at Selhurst Park. The first team to beat us this season at Molineux as well on match day 3. This was going to be a big one. And right now, it's squeaky bum time. It's the end of the season. We're in April, the busiest month of the football year, and we ask ourselves the question, how are we going to maintain our charge in the Europa League and keep ourselves in the hunt for a top 4 place? Do we have the ability? Do we have the mental stamina? And will we get the luck? Well, for the third of those questions, the answer was no for our game here against Wolves, because starting the game off 10 minutes in, oh man, so unlucky. Adama Traore's shot takes a massive deflection off Mark Guehi. He does claim it was on target. Look how jacked Traore is, by the way. We know this guy's a physical specimen, but even in the game it's replicated. He's absolutely jacked, this guy. You love to see it. But even so, big deflection off Mark Guehi. Wolves get themselves in front, and in 13 minutes into the game, they were 2-0 up. Kef Kefren Turam. He's one of my favourite players in this year's FIFA, Kefren Turam. He's so good, makes it 2-0. Wolves have got such a cool team in the game as well. Traore's there, Turam's been signed, Ivan Toney, the shocker, is up top as well. It's a really cool team, but they're leading by 2, and I sadly just wasn't in the game in the first half an hour. It took me a long time to get a chance, and it fell 42 minutes in. Wilfred Zaha coming through 1-on-1. Brilliant piece of skill to beat his man, but the finish off target, and we still trail by 2. And 5 minutes after the restart, as we were still down by 2-0, Wolves looking for a chance to make it 3 and wrap the game up. They would have done so had it not been for Dean Henderson at the near post. So it's still down by 2, and you look at Wolves' team, like I said, great little attack there. You know, Thuram's such a great box to box. You've got Ivan Toney, the shocker, one of the top scorers this year in the league. Adama Traore, so physical as well. It's not a surprise they were getting chances. I was just disappointed I wasn't creating any myself. We'd only really had the one good chance through Zaha, and with 5 minutes to go, still down by 2. He took a tumble a few minutes ago, but I kept him on the pitch because, I mean, this guy, like, seriously, he just... How many times in this series? I swear it's happened like 3 or 4 times. It happened recently in our game against Ajax at the Amsterdam Arena, or the Johan Cruyff Arena, I should say. When he gets a knock, I keep him on. And I swear it spurs him on because he always seems to score when he's got taken a knock. He gets a goal back late to put the pressure on Wolves, but he held us off and ended our unbeaten run. Yeah, I think we went 8 games unbeaten in the Premier League, but Wolves end it here at Selhurst Park. Massive loss to Bruno Lage's side in the battle for 4th place. 2 on the final score. Of all the teams to lose to, that's probably the worst team it could have been. Wolves close the gap and keep the pressure on in the race for a top 4 place. So for the 3rd and final game, this is it, baby. This is it. We travel to the San Siro. Inter Milan, struggling season this year for them, in 7th place in the Serie A. But they are the Italian giants, and their side is fantastic. It really is. Unai Simon is their long-term successor for Handanovic, 85 rated. Denzel Dumfries is still there, as is Robin Gosens as well. John Stones has been bought in at 86 overall, and Milan Skriniar is still there, as is Nicolo Barella, now 87 rated too. Kostic is there, as you'll see their midfield. They've got Iker Munian, Federico Valverde at 87 overall from Real Madrid as well. And up top, leading their line, he's still there, Lautaro Martinez, 88 rated, and Patrick Schick is in at 85 overall as well. So we came through Ajax. I said heading into the game we were probably slight underdogs, if not even. In the end, we beat them 3-0 at the Johan Cruyff Arena, and then beat them 2-1 at home as well. But here at the San Siro, I'd definitely say we were underdogs, no doubt about that. So heading into the tie, obviously on the back of that big loss to Wolves, we know if we're going to qualify for the Champions League, there's 2 routes to do it. Win the Europa League or finish top 4. I'd say both of which, we've got as good a chance in both of them together. So heading into this game here against Inter Milan, I had to be brave. I had to be in attack mode. In the first half an hour, I really struggled. Psychologically, that loss to Wolves hurt. It was a big blow. And Patrick Schick should have opened the scoring for the host as well. Simple save for Dean on the 1-on-1. Kept it at 0-0. And then Simon was called into action for the first time in the half, right before the break. Tame effort by Edouard, easily saved by the Spaniard. So at half-time, I walked down the tunnel into the dressing room and thought, right, I've got to do my best Mikel Arteta impression here and fire the boys up. So for the second half, after a lackluster first half, I thought, okay, alright, forget the Wolves game, it's behind me, it's in the back of my mind. Go out there, attack, and put much more pressure on Inter. And right after the restart, we had our reward. Brian Mbeumo storming down the right, rolls it across. And I was thinking, heading to the game, how am I going to cope without my talisman, Wilfred Zaha? Can Eze do just as good of a job? The answer was yes. I mean, to be fair, he couldn't have missed. 2 yards out, practically on the goal line, taps in an open goal and makes it 1-0. I think I could have finished that one, really, but even so, we lead by 1. We take the lead on Inter, and right from kickoff, we won it back. We hunted it down, got possession of the ball, stayed in attack mode. Edouard finds Brian Mbeumo, who smacks it in near post, and we double our lead. And in 8 minutes in the second half, we'd had more shots than in the entirety of the first half, and we'd scored with both of them. Inter 0, Crystal Palace 2, and like I said in the last episode, guys, I know it can be intimidating when you're an underdog and you're away from home against a better team, but go at the AI. Go and attack them. Be brave. Show desire. Exactly what we did. And we had our reward once more. Inter 0, Crystal Palace 2. 56 minutes in, great save on Lautaro Martinez by Dean Henderson, and then again on Unai Venfador kept it at 2-0. Great double stop by the former Manchester United goalkeeper. His transfer fee paying for itself. We still led by 2, and late on in the game, desperate to cling on to the clean sheet, and a big 2-0 victory to take back to Selhurst Park. We lost it. Thunderbolt from Patrick Schick. Absolute thunderbolt from the Czech Republic striker. Nothing Henderson could do about that. I'm surprised the net hadn't been broken and ripped open from the power there. But despite losing the clean sheet, we held on to win the battle and the first leg. Final score at the San Siro. Inter Milan 1. Crystal Palace 2. The game really sparked into life in the second half. First half was poor, second half much better, but got the win. Huge result there, and we are now 90 minutes away from a place in the Europa League semi-final. Gonna be honest, guys, haven't mentioned this yet, but this season is feeling a lot like Fulham's Europa League run all those years ago. Do you remember that? When they knocked out Juve, going all the way to the final, only to lose to Atletico Madrid. It's got the same vibe. Another London club going far in the Europa League. This time it's Crystal Palace's time. Question is, can we hold our nerve with the second leg coming at Selhurst Park? With that winning season episode of the Really Summer Career, guys, big fan of watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Really Summer Career, featuring a second leg against Inter Milan at Selhurst Park very soon.